Good afternoon, friends. In continuation of our series of talks on various etiquettes and mannerism, today I am going to talk about etiquettes in business and social realms. These are the common things we generally tend to forget, ignore, or some people even don't like to follow because they think it is important to be dabang, not humble. Whatever the belief system one may have, but I still feel these are the social and the norms in the social realms must be followed if you want to remember it and you want to leave an indelible mark in somebody's heart and mind. So, etiquettes play a central role in image building. Good etiquette is nothing but appropriate behavior in a given situation. Period. Situations are dynamic, they keep changing. Apply yourself. Change that behavior accordingly so that it is absolutely appropriate to the occasion. Decorative protocol associated with social etiquettes is frowned upon in any business situations. And Burke's business-like attitude in social setting is literally being uncultured. Both these situations are different. You got to behave accordingly and mold yourself. In social setting, it is always ladies first, and men are expected to follow. In business, men and women are treated as peers, and gender discrimination is considered as offensive. In social settings, friends are introduced to family members, and none are introduced to women and men. Men are introduced to women and adults are introduced to children. Remember, men are always in a social setting, men are introduced to women and adults are introduced to the children. In business settings, hierarchy comes into the play. Regardless to gender, lowest in the hierarchy is introduced to the higher ups. Always remember the difference between business realms and social setting. And these are the subtle differences which I want to point out and which are worth remembering if you want to be called a person of class and finesse. A co-worker or boss is always introduced to a client regardless of the rank of the client. The name of the person to whom the introduction is being made is always taken first. And remember, always use the first and the last name together. One should not miss it. In abroad, Europe or America, kissing may be acceptable in social gathering. But you must remember in our country it is not. Even firmly shaking hand is acceptable these days and maybe appreciated in business realms, but still kissing is absolutely no. You must remember the culture of the area and the people they belong to be followed very meticulously. Cultures where shaking hands with opposite sex is considered inappropriate in far too many countries. If that's the case, just acknowledge with a smile when you deal with ladies, that is good enough. Name tags are placed high ups on the right shoulder. Then there are certain lot of meal etiquettes common. They differ. You have to understand the difference between the etiquettes follows in a business realm and the social realm. In social settings, men are expected to foot the bill unless women especially offers. In business, the person who has requested for the lunch or dinner must pay for it. Unlike social settings, avoid messy foods and alcoholic beverages in business realm. Place documents or laptops if it is a working lunch on the table, but never the briefcase. Everyone should be able to see the laptop. Mind your table manners. I have spoken earlier. Do not just chop down on the food. be patient, eat less, neatly, meticulously, without making belching or eating noises. You must mind your telephone manners. A hello is suffice if you're taking a personal call. While taking a business call, first wish the caller, then identify the organization, and finally identify yourself. It's rude to say who is calling. Always ask, may I know who is calling, please? Little bit of mannerism, it helps. Who is calling is authoritative. My dear friends and students who are listening me or going to listen to my video, good etiquette that lacks human touch does not impress. Common courtesy and genuine concern for others will win for you more friends and admirers than mere good etiquette. In our area they say, ba adab ba nasib, be adab be nasib. You are fortunate if you have good manners. You are unfortunate if you don't. Thank you for the patient hearing. Follow these points and feel the difference. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.